The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Chicago Bears. The Florida Atlantic man Greg Joseph ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. And they will not get a to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Hey! Ready?
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. But that man, Derrick Henry, boy, was he one of the stories of the postseason. Leading rusher in the NFL during the regular season, but even then, kind of under the radar. But he really showed America how valuable he was during that Titans postseason run. A 3-game stretch starting with Week 17. Charles, 211 against Houston, 182 versus the Pats, and 195 in Baltimore.
And what I think is surprising for people is, as you said, he was under the radar. But if you go back 2 seasons when they had a little bit of playoff success, remember when they won in Kansas City? People remember the play where Marcus Mariota got the ball batted back to him. What they may have forgotten was Derrick Henry shredding the Kansas City defense with well over 100 yards in that game. So at playoff time, when he plays big, which he normally does, Tennessee tends to have success. That's the kind of back that they have in Derrick Henry.
And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the slant.
Get it. After the interception, here's Tannehill.
Right.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They'll start things on 1st with Tariq Cohen. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 79 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I noticed
they blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Tannehill nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Come on, baby, come on.
You draw Porter.
Wide, get wide.
Mike, check, 59.
Hit it.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Get it, boy. Get it, boy. Here we go. 70.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On the ready.
59, Mike. Check, 59.
Go. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Quarterback, don't get nervous.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Don't get nervous.
What? Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
What you
Rock,
flinching
rock it,
for?
rock it.
On second down now, it's Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On third down, Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The kick by Joseph is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Trubisky. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Go!
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Get up! 180! Check, 55, Mike. Alert!
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky.
Oh, my God. Get out of here, bro.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 30.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Lock in.
He's crashing.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Mike, get out! 180! Hey, alert! Hey, wahoo! Mark 55! Mark 55! Hey, me and you all day! I'm coming after you!
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Kansas City and New Orleans, but you had the Saints winning. I also had the Saints there, but losing to New England. Now we get a chance to rectify things. So who's going to win the big game, partner?
Well, I think San Francisco wins 35-34. MVP, usually a quarterback. But in this case, we're going to have an upset. Middle linebacker Fred Warner is going to have 13 tackles and an interception return for a touchdown and be the upset MVP.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield.
Hey, orbit! Fight!
Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
What you doing? Just need to know what you're going to be doing, that's all.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we are off to Orlando now. Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. He finds an opening past the 40. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 74 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Joseph now to kick this one away.
Everybody going to be up at the line. It's a home run.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the...
He's got a man, complete.
That was cool.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson, 75 yards. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
So
extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
No, I'm talking about the
and this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Is to get people to jump, to think that's throwing the ball to them.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
He's going to fire one. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now!
Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
59. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
6 guys. Check 6. Go.
On 2nd down, here's Henry.
Oh, my gosh.
Why did he He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That was wide.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
It's 3rd down and 12.
Playing me.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
I got him.
Hey, Shelter. Ready.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. On 2nd and 15 now. Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Why you ain't in there? Okay.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Trubisky gives to Cohen.
Bro, are y'all going to let me switch on the person?
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
18.
Topper!
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Blue. Check, go back. We got motion. Back up. 55's my guy, 55.
On 2nd down and 4, Trubisky. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Any day. Say. Check 31. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Vision is excellent.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Bears' 42-yard line.
Let's go now. 8, read.
59. Watch the backer.
After the run, Tannehill going to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Leonard Floyd picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the 50, it's Tannehill. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A first down carry for Henry. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Tannehill goes underneath for Henry. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, high 7.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Really?
Plays like this,
I'm like, yo, they is trying to jump me real quick. Yo, that's crazy.
Lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The kick by Joseph is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Trubisky. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
Oh, my God.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Let's go. 30 base. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
6 man. Check.
Tannehill uncorks one for Davis. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
I think I hit L2.
Picked up by Kyle Fuller.
That was
got
a
the
catch,
slim
bro.
lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you could go on the field, but okay, I see you. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Rolling to his left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside.
What you say?
Right here, we got to step it up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Davis. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.